Ever pondered about the place of music in Islam? Welcome back, friends, to our channel where we explore fascinating topics. And today, we're diving into the world of music from an Islamic perspective. We'll be discussing the role of music in Islam, understanding why it's often considered haram or prohibited, the importance of intention when listening to music, and the alternative forms of entertainment that align with Islamic values. We'll also explore the balanced approach toward music, which is a perspective held by some scholars. This discussion is meant to provide a comprehensive understanding of the subject, shedding light on various viewpoints, and inviting thoughtful reflection on the impact of music on our lives. So get ready to embark on an enlightening journey as we unravel the Islamic perspective on music. Join us on this enlightening journey as we unravel the Islamic perspective on music. In Islam, everything has a purpose and a place. This principle extends to all aspects of life, including music. Music, with its unique ability to evoke emotions and influence behavior, is not exempt from the scrutinizing lens of Islamic teachings. In the realm of Islam, the primary focus is on living a life that resonates with the teachings of the Quran and the Sunnah, the practices of Prophet Muhammad. These teachings serve as a compass, guiding Muslims in their actions, decisions, and even their consumption of art, such as music. Sound, in its purest form, holds a special place in Islam. The beauty and power of sound are acknowledged and celebrated, particularly in the context of religious practices. The melodious recitation of the Quran and the call to prayer, the adhan, are testament to this. They are not just sounds but symphonies that echo in the hearts of believers, connecting them to their faith in profound ways. However, when it comes to music, the waters become a little murkier. Scholars have debated the permissibility of music with differing views influenced by various factors. The primary concern is the potential impact of music on the soul and behavior of the individual. Modern music, with its diverse lyrics, rhythms, and themes, can sometimes veer away from the path of righteousness. Islam cautions against anything that may distract believers from their spiritual journey or lead them towards behaviors that conflict with Islamic principles. Hence, the controversy surrounding the role of music in Islam. But it's important to remember that the key lies in the intention behind listening to music. If the music promotes values that align with Islamic principles, and the listener's intention is pure, the permissibility may differ. Music, like any other aspect of life, is viewed through the lens of its potential effects on a Muslim's faith and actions. It's a nuanced discussion, requiring a balanced approach and thoughtful reflection. It's about appreciating the permissible, understanding the prohibited, and making informed choices that align with one's faith. As we delve deeper into the role of music in Islam, let's keep an open mind, understanding that this is a journey of learning and reflection, not judgment. This journey is about fostering harmony between our faith and our love for music. The prohibition of music in Islam is often misunderstood. We're here to shed light on this complex topic and delve into the reasons behind the prohibition, focusing on the potential negative effects it may have on the soul. In the realm of Islam, the soul's purity is of utmost importance. It is believed that the soul is the essence of an individual, the very core of our being. Anything that could potentially harm or corrupt this essence is seen as a threat to our spiritual well-being. Now let's consider music. It's not difficult to recognize the power of music, its ability to evoke emotions, to inspire, to motivate. But, like a double-edged sword, it can also lead to negative emotions and behaviors. The lyrics, rhythm, and themes found in many modern songs can sometimes lead individuals away from the path of righteousness. For instance, some songs might glorify behavior that is not in alignment with Islamic values, such as excessive indulgence in materialistic desires, or promoting violence and immorality. The concerns lie not with the music itself, but with the potential impact this type of content may have on an individual's mindset and actions. The prohibition is thus not a blanket ban on all music, but a cautionary measure against those forms of music that could lead to spiritual harm. It's about protecting the soul from influences that may distract from the pursuit of righteousness and the remembrance of God. However, remember that interpretations can vary. Some scholars might have a stricter view, while others might adopt a more lenient stance. It's a nuanced issue, with different perspectives within the Islamic community. The guiding principle here is avoiding anything that may distract a believer from their spiritual journey. The goal is not to limit joy or expression, but to guide believers towards a path of spiritual growth and moral integrity. After all, Islam is about fostering a balanced and harmonious life, in tune with our spiritual essence and our duties towards God and fellow humans. In Islam, intention is key. This fundamental principle resonates deeply when it comes to the topic of music. You see, it's not just about the melody or rhythm, it's about the message it carries and the intention of the listener. Imagine a song that promotes kindness, unity, and love, values that align beautifully with Islamic principles. If a Muslim listens to such a song with the pure intention of appreciating these values, the permissibility of it becomes a different discussion. On the other hand, if the song contains themes that contradict Islamic ethics, or if the intention behind listening is to fuel harmful behaviors, then it's likely to be considered haram, or prohibited. Remember, intention in Islam isn't just about the act itself, but also about the thoughts and motivations behind it. Therefore, the intention behind listening to music can significantly impact its permissibility in Islam. Balance is a fundamental principle in Islam. In the vast ocean of Islamic jurisprudence, different views can be found among scholars regarding the place of music. Some scholars, typically from more conservative interpretations, lean towards an outright ban on music, citing its potential to distract believers from their spiritual path. On the other side of the spectrum, there are scholars who hold a more moderate view. They argue that not all music is detrimental. In fact, they suggest that music which promotes good values, uplifts the spirit, and aligns with the ethical teachings of Islam can be permissible. This view acknowledges that music, like many other aspects of life, can be used for both good and ill. This divergence of opinion underscores the importance of a balanced approach. It's about understanding that while some forms of music may pose risks to spiritual well-being, others can be a source of peace, comfort, and even inspiration. Balance in this context means appreciating the beauty in what is permissible, while conscientiously avoiding what could lead to harm. As believers, it's incumbent upon us to exercise discernment and judgment. We must ask ourselves, does this music promote values that align with my faith? Does it uplift me, or does it distract me from my spiritual path? The answers to these questions provide a personal compass to navigate the complex terrain of music within Islam. It's important to remember that this balanced approach is not a one-size-fits-all solution. What works for one individual might not work for another. Each believer must seek knowledge, engage in thoughtful reflection, and make decisions that align with their understanding and practice of Islam. In essence, the Islamic perspective on music isn't about blanket prohibitions or unrestricted freedoms. It's about balance, discernment, and personal responsibility. It's about embracing the beauty in what is permissible, while steering clear of what could potentially harm our spiritual journey. Striking a balance between what is permissible and what is harmful is crucial in Islam. And as we navigate this delicate balance, let us always be guided by our pursuit of knowledge, our commitment to our faith, and our desire to live in harmony with the teachings of Islam. Islam offers numerous avenues for joy and entertainment, and that's what we're going to focus on in this part of our discussion. Islam encourages us to engage in activities that are beneficial to our well-being, our community, and our spiritual growth. Imagine a world where we find joy in acts of worship, like praying and reading the Quran. Picture the satisfaction that comes from spending quality time with family, sharing stories, and creating memories together. Visualize the fulfillment derived from pursuing beneficial knowledge, whether it's studying a new language, learning about the cosmos, or diving into the rich history of Islamic civilization. These forms of entertainment not only enrich our lives but also keep us grounded in our faith. They foster a sense of community, deepen our understanding of the world around us, and ultimately draw us closer to our Creator. So, remember, there are countless ways to seek joy in Islam that align with its teachings. Embrace these alternatives and discover the profound peace they can bring into your life. The discussion surrounding music in Islam is nuanced and multifaceted. We've journeyed through the role of music, understood why it may be seen as prohibited, and explored the importance of intention behind it. We've also seen how scholars differ in their views, some leaning towards strict prohibition, others towards moderation and balance. Ultimately, the key is to appreciate the permissible and avoid the harmful, taking a balanced approach guided by Islamic ethics. Remember, there are numerous alternatives for joy and entertainment that align with Islamic values, helping us grow personally without the potential pitfalls associated with certain types of music. But most importantly, the journey to understanding is a personal one. It requires each of us to seek knowledge, reflect on our choices, and align our decisions with our understanding of Islamic teachings. Remember, The journey to understanding is a personal one, guided by knowledge and thoughtful reflection.